world is designed in such a way that you come to a point where things are actually working the way you want it to, and then the next minute something comes and it seems to knock you off the path of whatever thing you've always wanted. And then the normal reaction to it is to probably stay away and then probably find another thing to do and abandon that particular thing because it didn't turn out well. But I believe that most of the challenges that life throws at us is for us to grow, it's for us to learn, it's for us to be better people. So today I'll be talking about I am. Hi, my name is Mimi and welcome to today's episode. So why am I talking about I am? I am one of those people who seem to get very negative, especially when things do not turn out the way I want it to. And then I go about talking about myself in such a way that even probably the next person would probably hear me say all those things and would want to believe them, even when I know somehow, truthfully, those things are not actually right about me. So, but I tend to say things like I'm a toxic person, I am stagnant, I am frustrated, I am not doing well, I am all those other bad things we usually say to ourselves. Okay, so I am not going to be all motivational or anything, but the truth is, try and be conscious of the things you say you are. Because the law of attraction does not care about if you're being positive or negative, because it is what you feel that it attracts. So if you're saying you are negative or you're a toxic person, chances that you will be a toxic person, even if you never actually meant it. But because at that point you're saying those things, you actually feel that way. Your emotions are actually attracting those particular elements you're talking about. It is how the universe operates. So if you're going to be toxic about yourself, you're not going to help yourself. So you need to learn how to be very conscious of the things you say you are. So focus on saying good things about yourself, even if you don't feel so good about yourself. All right. There's this actually one thing I learned. Sometimes when you say I am good, I am smart, I am this, it seems like you're lying to yourself, and then your head tries to remind you that you're none of those things. I hope you understand that you're none of those things. And then it's okay at that point to feel like, well, you may be right and stuff like that. But you can always tell yourself things like, I allow myself be a better person. I allow myself enjoy abundance. I allow myself have beautiful relationships. I allow myself do this and that. Right? When you say you are allowing yourself, it's actually like you're reminding yourself that this is where you should be. This is what you should have. This is the position you deserve to be in. Alright, so now not necessarily your brain is no longer trying to convince you that you are no longer these things. Your brain is beginning to open up to the fact that you need to be these things. Alright, so in as much as when things happen to us, the normal reaction to it is to start saying so many negative things about ourselves. I have said so many things about myself that are very negative, and the truth is most times I still do not actually get it so well. But I am believing that one of the reasons why I started my podcast channel is because I wanted to consciously teach myself how to be a better version of myself. And if you're listening to me, I want you to also learn to be conscious about the things you speak to yourself. Be conscious of what you say of yourself. Do not allow what people say or how people define you be the reality you've chosen to be. I know that, yes, there are times where we actually mirror ourselves in front of people. But the truth is, the kind of people you attract into your life is a reflection of how you see yourself. Alright, so if you see yourself as someone toxic, it's only normal that you're attracting toxic people. If you see yourself as someone who is good for nothing, it's only normal that people who want to be your friends are people who are not doing so well for themselves. Alright, so you need to start seeing yourself from a different light, a light of growth, a light of blessings, a light of abundance, a light of success. Even if it is not what is happening right now, you need to consciously remind yourself that these things are avenues to grow, to learn, to be a better version of yourself. So do not allow those things, those momentary challenges to define your person, to define your integrity. Alright? So try and be conscious of the kind of things you profess over your life, even when you're crying, even when you're devastated about something, consciously remind yourself that you are allowing abundance, that you are allowing success, that you are allowing financial growth, you're allowing increase. All right, so do not be or come to a point in your life where you accept the negative as your reality. Try as much as possible to look up to be in a vibration that appreciates the circumstance, that appreciates the challenges, and then start thinking of all the solutions to those challenges, or how to get out of those challenges. Because the truth is, sulking and worrying about things, they do not solve anything. So you need to come to a point where you realize that, okay, fine, I made these mistakes. I acknowledge that these are my mistakes. Right? I acknowledge that this was where I went wrong, and I acknowledge that I made a terrible mistake, but I am deciding to be better. I am working on this, I am working on that. I'm choosing to grow, I'm choosing to be a better version of myself. So I hope this podcast helps you realize that the more you say negative things about yourself, the more you become. Try and speak positivity into yourself, even if it is not what is going on right now. Try and say that these things are challenges, these things are mere challenges to teach you, to make you a better person. Because the truth is, the universe is after the experiences we gain, how those experiences change us, and not the end result. So most of us who want abundance and may have lost things on the way, the universe is not necessarily looking at how much abundance the future would bring. It's teaching you how to be like this, how to still be grateful even when things are not the way you want it to be. And I hope you enjoyed today's podcast, and you'll be looking forward to more podcasts from me. Thank you so much for listening. Bye. Have a lovely day or night.